This is Joshua Harris with Frankly Cigars. We're here at Casa Carrillo with Wayne Stoner. That is actually his real name.
It is.
Wayne, what do you do for Casa Carrillo?
I am the national sales director for the company.
Okay.
I get to travel around this lovely country and help sell cigars. It's
what was the job before that?
The job before that, I was the Texas rep. And then the career before that was bars and restaurants for the last 40 years before I started with this company.
Wow. What was your, when did you smoke your first cigar?
I smoked my first cigar, the big boom in the 90s when it was all martinis and cigar bars.
Wow. Do you remember what it was?
I honestly, well, not unfortunately, it was a great cigar, but I did have some Monte Cristos back then. Friends gave it to me. I used to smoke this off-brand. I used to buy it at a convenience store. It was a 3-pack. Couldn't tell you if they were good, bad, or indifferent because I didn't know any different. And of course, back then, if you were smoking a $6 cigar, you were balling.
Yeah,
I mean, that was expensive back then.
One of my first cigar experiences was I walked into a shop and I was so proud because I got this cigar from a newsstand. And I handed it to the owner of the shop, and he took it out of my hand, cut it, and lit it, and said, "Oh, you like this?" And gave me a Padron 4000. I was like, "But you just took my cigar. Is this the way this works?" Like, I found out later it wasn't the way that it worked, but in that shop and having my first ultra premium cigar being a Padron 4000 was kind of like, so now we've shot the moon. What else?
What else am I going to have? Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite drink to pair with your cigar?
Yeah, usually it's a nice bourbon, whether it's an Angel Envy or Blanton's. Basil Hayden, probably my 3 go-to to have with a cigar for sure.
What's your best advice to a new cigar smoker? As a national sales director, you do some events and you have some new smokers come up to you. They were there with a party of friends or something. What would your suggestion be?
Best thing is make your own decisions on all the information that you collect. Stir it in a pot and come out with it because your palate is different than anybody else's.
Yeah.
Somebody's favorite is somebody's worst is somebody's favorite.
You used to have a favorite a favorite thing in the shop. They come in, "Oh, Wayne told me to smoke this." Well, then have Wayne buy it for you.
Yeah.
Because if Wayne believes in it so much,
exactly,
and have Wayne spend his money on it so you can experience it.
Yeah,
because it might work for Wayne, but it's not going to work for you.
Yeah, I've had brand new smokers. Actually, everybody wants to start them on a Connecticut.
Yeah.
And I've had brand new smokers start on a pledge and absolutely love it. So it's really, that's why I tell people all the time. It's you got to do your due diligent homework, get the information, and come up with your own assessments.
Speaking of own assessments, what is the biggest cigar rule violation that you dislike?
Politics and religion and politics.
Yeah, we're trying to lounge. That's why it's called that. We're actually we're not laid down, but we're actually trying to lounge, and the lounge of the mind is more probative, I think, to the enjoyment of cigars and actual positioning of your body. But it's just like, let's find the most divisive things and let's discuss them over a cigar. No, let's do the opposite.
And again, that's my preference, and I will say that probably 90% of the people out there say people putting down the cigar that you're smoking.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see that a lot. For me, I'm kind of the I don't like people putting their opinions in my mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I love, most shops don't do that, so I love that part about it.
What was the moment you felt like you knew you were a real cigar smoker? Was there
6.5 years ago when I came to work for this company?
You were like, "Hey, I'm a Casa Carrillo rep." Okay.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it took me probably, it was COVID just hit, so the first 6 months I was with the company, I was locked in an apartment in Austin, Texas, and I knew nobody because I just moved there.
Right.
But once I got on the road and started learning the craft of being a traveling salesman, basically selling cigars, I realized that I knew more about cigars than I actually, and I enjoyed them more than I realized I did. Because I was your average guy. If I was sitting there playing poker, playing golf, I was smoking a cigar. Now it's like I'll sit down on my patio and just have a cigar, and it's great.
Yeah. What was the last cigar that surprised you?
The last cigar that actually blew me away, and it's actually one of ours, it was the Encore Black.
Right. No, that is a great cigar. It really is.
The spices, when I first lit that, I got like walking past a bakery at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning where they're making everything and you just want to eat everything that you can get your hands on.
And it's crazy because we read those reviews and they say that it has leather notes and it has this and it has cedar notes. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's aged in cedar boxes, so of course it would taste like that. And leather, all right, well, it's tobacco. So my favorite though is smoky. It has a smoky flavor to it. Yeah, right. Okay. All right, sure it does.
Give me a little more clarity on that. Expand on your meaning of smoky. Because usually you talk about smoking, like if you're smoking, beef, and that makes more sense than just saying smoky.
Do you have a favorite cigar right now or ever, or are they the same cigar?
Well, again, I hate to say it again because it's cliches. It's also one of
our company mark.
I am a company mark. Actually,
He has the best job in the world.
I smoked La Storia before La Storia had a band on it. My roommate at the time was a rep for the company.
Wow.
So I fell in love with that cigar, and I still love it today. And the funny part is there's so many more cigars on the market than used to be that I forget to smoke it.
But you're definitely spoiled for riches when it comes to the portfolio.
Yeah,
because there's so many things. And then and correct me if I'm wrong, but the guy who runs the company made La Gloria Cubana as well.
Correct. Well, actually, yes.
So it's a pretty nice lineage of crafting cigars.
Yeah, master blender, been doing it for over 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, Hall of Famer. I mean, Ernesto is amazing, and his son is actually running the helm of the business, and he does a great job for us as well. So.
Is there an accessory that you can't live without?
Can't.
Like you travel a lot, so you need to have X when you go on a trip.
I would probably say my cutter, because it's the only thing that makes it through TSA. No, I would probably say, honestly, just a good lighter.
Okay.
I really, something that does a good job, that works all the time, and that's something I enjoy having.
So, have you ever met anyone in the cigar industry that you were epically impressed by?
Well, Ernesto President Carrillo. Again, company guy, and I apologize.
Just give him the bonus. Just give him the bonus. He ran a commercial for the company throughout the entire interview. We're coming up to the end. He's done well so far.
And I will say this though too, Carlito. I got to meet him, which was really, really cool. He's very gracious.
Yeah.
And so he's a pretty impressive guy, and he's got that status.
Oh yeah.
A lot of these guys do that. The funny part is a lot of people don't realize is they think all of us are, or not all of us, but all these guys are competitors, and they fight against each other, and they're all friends. Yeah. They've known each other for 50 years. They've helped each other out. They use each other's tobaccos.
And they're going to stay in their lane. So it's not like, with amazing exceptions, but it's not like Padron is going to go and start making Dominican cigars tomorrow.
Correct.
Like, why would you mess with it if it's
correct? And then if you do that, you go to the company and the family that has that country. One of ours, actually, he's smoking it now, the Honduras. It's made by Nicaragua from their field.
Made by Nicaragua?
I'm sorry,
it's made by the country of Nicaragua. They've made
absolutely.
They got the entire one in the country.
Sorry,
it's the World Cup cigar.
It's made by Placencia.
The World Cup coming out.
So it's made by Placencia, and I mean, we don't hide anything like that. But that's what you do. If you're gonna step in somebody's territory, you collaborate with them and you partner with them and make a phenomenal product.
All right, Wayne, you've made it to the end. You've done very well. Great company guy. Is there any questions you have for me?
What got you into this industry? Smoking cigars.
So I was, there was a seminal moment where I felt like a cigar smoker. I was sitting on a shop, and it only had 3 stools, and the humidor was bigger than the entire shop. It was like in a mall. And I'm sitting on the stool, smoking a cigar wrapped in a piece of rolling paper that says "Not a Cuban" written in pen on it, and drinking 30-year-old port. It was pretty much like, we're going to put this up on the shelf and try and get back to this. But just to be able to put your story out there and have people see what you've gone through, and hopefully they end up going through the same thing. So
absolutely,
I appreciate you sitting down with us today. This has been Joshua Harris at TPE with Wayne Stoner, his real name, for Casa Carrillo Cigars.